go. All right. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Road to the Show. I think it's probably been like 3 weeks or so. Hey, Jack, what's up? So, I actually have not picked up this game since things have taken over my life. If it's not work, it's NBA or various other games. I think I buy too many at this point. I have that conversation with myself probably way too much at this point, is whether or not I own too much. And it's probably a yes. But hey, at least I'm the star of my absolute shit team. Good old baseball in September. I mean, you know, it's towards the end of the season. Could do hockey. It's preseason, as I can attest firsthand. Throat still not feeling the greatest, but I'm doing pretty okay. Got a decent amount of sleep. That will definitely change tomorrow, more than likely. I'm using my like Hori gamepad too. I have an official PS4 controller sitting next to me. My PS4 was being like really finicky, because this is one of the things that I hate about certain consoles sometimes, is they get really they like freak the hell out. The consoles do. They like freak the hell out if you unplug it, which is about the only way. If something's like freezing, if something is like frozen and stuck, it's usually the best way to deal with things is to just like kill the power. But consoles really fucking hate that, and so it took me like 10 minutes just to load up my PlayStation, because I get it finally up and loaded, and then it's like, oh yeah, we have a new system update. I'm like, great. This is one of the things I kind of, oh damn it. This is one of the things I kind of hate about the PlayStation 2. Like, I'm sure Xbox isn't exempt from it, but PlayStation puts out like a system update like every 3 days, it feels like. It's ridiculous. I really wish there would be like a good baseball game on PC, and I'm sure there's probably some baseball games I could probably play instead, because it's not like I'm missing a ton by not playing, playing this or not playing this and playing something else. I got like Super Mega Baseball too, but yeah, it doesn't have like a career mode or anything like that. There we go. Ah, boy. Wow, he got it. And I need hockey. I need hockey to come to PC. There's really no good hockey games that were on PC. Like, I think NHL 09 was like the most recent one. Oh, what was that? Oh, well, it wasn't too bad. Or if they can get like PS3 and Xbox 360 emulators working well, that would also help. And I could play some 360 or PS3 era games. I do have my PS3 emulator, which a lot of the games I have don't really work. It's really wonky. Like I have College Hoops 2K8 PS3 version, and I ripped it onto my hard drive to see how it worked with my PS3 emulator, and yeah, it's not quite there yet. As I'm not surprised, really. Iowa State only lost by 10 to good old JR's Oklahoma Sooners. Not bad. I guess not bad. You know, I'd like some wins, though. That'd be nice. Only losing by 10 is nice, but a win is nicer. 2 for 3. Yeah, thanks, Stay Hydrated Bot. Appreciate it. Just foul. Just foul. Come on, I've been doing pretty good. I've been doing pretty good today. Oh, that's gonna drop. Hey, look at that. Good start. God damn. Can't remember the last time I had such a solid start. Now that I've mentioned it, it's all going. It's all going away. Well, we're actually going to win a game, considering we've lost, 12 in a row. So, let's hope we win a game at least. See, this time he actually does go. And, whatever. Yeah, I'm at least on second. 0-12 slump. I mean, I'm already dealing with that. I should just play NBA 2K19. I'm a bit more successful there. I can actually change the tide of the game. I don't know how fun that would be though, especially as a center. To be fair though, I guess most of any other most people you would probably watch, most, not all, but most generally like to probably play like some sort of athletic small forward, or as I've seen, they like to play a small, big ball handling Allen Iverson guard, some sort of point guard or shooting guard. That's like the next Allen Iverson. Or if they're a center, they're like 7'4". I think my guy I thought he was 6'11", but I keep getting listed as 6'10", so I don't know. But he's doing okay. He does okay. What he lacks in the height, he ends up making up for in a lot of the stats that I can give him. Shout out Chris Smooth. That's exactly why I just skimmed through the 3 for 5's not bad. That's exactly why I skimmed through the prelude when I played it, because I was like, even though I'm streaming it, I mean, it's the same prelude everyone gets. And he's been doing it for 4 days because he's got an early copy. So I'm just going to go ahead and just skip through these.
He's not a big strikeout pitcher. Only averages less than 7 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So he's more of a pitch to contact guy. And
oh shit. Ah, oh, damn it. I felt solid contact and then that happened. I'm trying. I'm trying. I probably am going to play a little bit of my career after, maybe not after this, but I'll probably do at least a video of Axis 18 and then complain about, good, error. And then complain about the fact that for some reason I can't seem to get my teams to work well. Despite the fact that it's I've been seeing other teams, other teams that mods have converted over from 17, and I thought I've been doing the same thing, but once again I'm having issues. I had the same issues last year too, so I wish I could remember what the hell I did. Really? Now we're doing this? Wow, big time. Big time. Why even steal? Why even steal at this point? Why would you tell me to steal? Let's go ball and play. I want to make sure when I hit this, it's going to stay in. Well, it definitely stayed in. Yep, here comes that slump, by the way. And I don't have anything, really. There we go. That's at least a double. That's a solid double. And it should be 2 RBIs right there. Someone still get a lowered copy of 2K19 Black Friday deals. Microtransaction is bad as some people are saying it is, or is a bit dramatic. If anyone says it's as bad as it was in 2K18, they're being dramatic. Because, okay, I'm okay. Man, I don't want to sound like some sort of like 2K fanboy because I do play this and I've already. It's not nearly as much as other people who might be in this chat and be mods of my channel, but I've only put I put about 21 hours I think in. I mean, it's no like fucking 50 hours, but yeah, after like 21 hours of, and it's been mostly grinding my career because I think I've spent maybe 3 hours at best of that, maybe 2 hours at best of that, like looking over rosters and how to do certain mods and stuff, like just kind of looking over and seeing, you know, how to deal with all that. Honestly, like it feels like it's not that bad of a grind. Honestly, I don't mind it as much as I do 2K18. The one thing I will say is that the badges are not the greatest. Grinding VC and getting VC to eventually upgrade your player is not really that bad because I'm trying to think here because I've played, I think I'm about 15 games into a season. I've been able to go, I think from like 76 to 79. I think I got signed. When I signed with the Bulls, I was like a 77, 76, 77. I'm now a 79, and I'm very close to an 80. So I think it's pretty okay, and it's a pretty realistic grind. I think there's just a lot of people who don't like that. Like the fact that in like 15 games, I've been able to kind of grind my way to, you know, maybe 20 games, I've been able to grind my way up at least a couple of overall points. So by the end of the season, I could probably be like an 82, 83 at least. And I think that's pretty damn good even for a single year. To go from like a 75 to an 82, I don't know. Yeah, so realistically, it comes down to my career and my team. If you're big into I can't really speak on my team, honestly. Let's go. Yeah, let's get that plate discipline up. My team, I don't know about the grind on my team because I don't play my team. My career isn't nearly as bad as it was in 18, mostly because they don't force you to like jump out into the neighborhood and then try to jump back in. It's you can easily go from like game to game pretty quickly, and you can go from game to team practice and then back to a game pretty quickly. So you can go bump. Like you don't have to sit there and like traverse the neighborhood and all that other horse shit that you had to do last year. Yeah, if you play My League, oh, it's such a fucking great game. That's what gets me into it because I'm like a 90%. I think 2K18, like I was pretty much 99% My League. Like I played through a little bit of my career, but I got annoyed by it. And this time I played almost exclusively my career, and I haven't even touched My League much yet. But I have kind of peeked around and seen a lot of the stuff. And yeah, it looks great. It wasn't as amazing as I would have liked it to be with some of the things that I was like really hopeful for. By the way, what's up, Depop? Like some of the things I was hoping for, like when they were talking about like historic draft classes and stuff like that. They do have that, but to be fair, like they only have like maybe anywhere from 5 to 10 of the real people in there. And that was something I wasn't really anticipating, because when you tell me that there's going to be players from like old school draft classes, I'm kind of expecting that. But yeah, it's really weird to have to look at the 2001 draft class, and I had to double and triple check both Wikipedia and the actual My League file. Is like it was weird because oh shit, I accidentally hit watch game. God damn it, that was my fault. Next appearance. There we go. Play appearance. Oh yeah, the Tessa Blanchard Ricochet thing. Yeah, that'd be a little awkward, but oh damn it, that's all right. An out's an out. Yeah, see, I keep hitting the circle button because I've been playing a lot of my Switch, so I keep thinking, oh yeah, there's the A button. There we go. I forget what was going on. Oh yeah, the draft classes. Yeah, it was really weird, and I had to double and triple check the 2001 draft class because I'm like, I'm pretty sure Kwame Brown should be in here. He was the number 1 pick, and Kwame Brown is nowhere to be found on that. Like I had to check to make sure, and maybe there's some sort of update that has him, but I didn't see anything. I was like, why is the number 1 pick not in here? I thought we were going to be having some kick-ass draft classes. What's going on? There you go. Damn it. Oh, I'm going to go hitless this time, aren't I? And I've been hitting some good shots. All right, this is probably my last real chance right here. God damn it, come on. Just make the ball so you can make it happen. Come on. Just make it happen. But yeah, my league looks dope. The only thing I'd love is if you could actually because I think they added in, I'd have to remember if they utilized a little bit better the G League teams. It'd be nice to be able to play that stuff. And from what I heard, it's a lot of we figured people didn't want to play it, and they're probably right. But I mean, NHL got it. NHL, you can play as teams from 11 different leagues, including AHL, which I think is pretty dope. The only downside is that they only have one mid-sized arena. So just all the AHL teams play practically. It looks like they play in the same building. So it looks a little dumb. And to be fair, they'd probably do the same thing with this game too. I'm trying to think. Because they did have, they kind of changed up the G League places. 0 for 5. That is a thing. Yeah, but if you're mostly a My Career, My Career is pretty good. It's got a decent story at least this year, which is it's been a lot worse than it's been, and my league has been it's embarrassing actually. Honestly, playing other games, I bought Madden 19 because it was on PC for the first time in 10 years, 11 years, and it's just embarrassing to look at Madden 19's franchise mode as compared to NBA 2K19's My League. It's one of those things where it's it's seriously, I'm utterly shocked that other companies like EA have not gotten their shit together when it comes to trying to make their franchise mode at least a little bit nicer. Be fresh. Oh God. FIFA manager. I meant to check my swing. I went a little too far. Derp. I knew as I did that I was trying to check my swing, but I guess my plate discipline is not nearly where it should be. And then that happened. Oh, man. Oh, man. I should fire up MVP Baseball 05 at some point. I should do that because they still put out mods for it, the PC version. I know, I can't remember when I downloaded it, but every once in a while, when I think about the possibly playing it on stream, I always download whatever the latest rosters are, and then anything like that. But yeah, like they got updated versions of because they still come out with updates for that game. I had to go hunting for it. Oh God, he's gonna damn it right at the warning track too. Yeah, because when you mentioned that to me, I was like, oh yeah, I knew. I can't remember if I kind of remember single A teams. I mostly remember double and triple A. Oh my God, son of a bitch, hitless again. And how fucking close did I get to home runs twice? God. But yeah, I do remember at least double and triple A. Single A, I don't even I wouldn't doubt that. I don't quite remember because it's been a while, but I wouldn't doubt that single A was in there too. And you can move people around all the time too. Like you could deal with you could do a whole bunch of deals to like send guys up and down, as you want. Mid-season. I'm pretty sure there's mid-season. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there was a trade deadline. I'm not 100% sure how the trade. Damn it. Yeah, I'm not sure how the baseball trade deadline is or anything like that. I mostly know about basketball and footballs. Oh man, am I just getting some awful hits right now. I gotta be super duper picky about what I'm swinging at. I just damn near scratched my eye trying to scratch like my eyebrow. I came up, my finger just like jammed right in between like my eyeball, like the bone where your eyebrow kind of sits on, right above your eye where the eye socket is. That I just went and poof, just jammed my finger right on that bone. That felt fantastic. There you go. Get the fuck out of here. Don't you dare. Damn it. Oh. Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Like I don't know jack about the baseball trade deadline, honestly. I'm just Yeah, I'm really excited about possibly doing more My League stuff on stream because of all the insane amounts of sliders that they have. I might wait for like Black Friday to do NHL 19 though. Please at least drop. Thank God. Jesus, I don't need 3 games of going hitless. Are they going to tell me to steal? Because that's like the worst idea in the world. Okay. Yeah, because I've asked probably some dopey ass questions about like either FIFA or cricket. Like I've played cricket on stream before, and it was not like a disaster, but it was just one of those things where it's like I kind of know what cricket is, but I don't know like all the intricacies of how to be successful at cricket. And it definitely showed in that game that I played. Yeah, if I played Football Manager, because I think like Football Manager Touch 2018 on my Switch. I've been trying to learn a little bit, but I still don't know jack about like how to do a fucking. I don't know how to run a football team. I don't know how to run it. Oh, damn it. I cannot run a club to save my life. Yeah, if it was just like, oh yeah, you just grab this guy and he'll do really well, and it's just like, who? They did just that. 3-2 the finish in tonight's game. Damn. I went like 1 for everything that series. That was just a shit 3-game series I just had. It was like legit 1 for 14. I ain't getting called up. I don't know why I'm not doing that great. I don't know why this is a thing right now. FIFA Manager, just buy dynamic stock, always rises. Nice. Made EA came with an AFL game like rugby and rugby. Yeah, I did actually play the rugby game. I don't think I played it on stream, but I played a rugby game on PS4 that was rated quite poorly, but I bought it for like $10 and I'm like, oh, let's play it. Why not? I wasn't too bad at it. AFL looks like a fun. Like I feel like I kind of sort of get the gist of AFL. That like yeah, Australian football looks pretty sweet. God damn it. Hey, he let it drop. Holy shit. Cool. €8 trillion in 2050. Jesus. I should just go on my own to a go on my own to steal second. Try to up my stealing and speed a little bit. Liverpool Stadium had 1 million seats. Can you imagine what a 1 million seat arena would look like? I can't imagine. Like would you keep building out to the point to where there'd be people like a mile away trying to watch something? Like would the stadiums keep going like up and out and it's just this giant pyramid type thing? Or would you just start building straight up? Like why did I swing at that? I meant to check my swing. Why did I do that? I meant to check the swing. I suck. In the 3D view, they build up. That's what I was thinking. Like they literally just build like just a football tower. Just 10 stadiums on top of one another. Oh man, I could imagine just a giant tower. What would you call that? Just like the Tower of Football. Oh, that'd be like a world-renowned landmark at that point. And then WWE would try to run a show there. Ow. Just went up and popped him in the face. Can you imagine trying to fill a 1 million seat stadium? Now that you've got me on this idea. Oh shit. I fucked up. My thumb like man, I'm playing like garbage right now. My thumb drifted and I started like stealing. I was doing so good too. Jesus. I deserve to lose all the stats for that. WrestleMania 40 confirmed site. Oh my god. I can just imagine imagine if the Shield had a reunion there. Coming from like what floor would they come down from? Like they start at the top and it's the Shield's entrance for the first 5 minutes is them just coming down in an elevator. I can't imagine what cleanup would be on that either. Would people fill it? Because like there's only like I know there's a lot of soccer fans in England, but I can't imagine. damn, this dude's gotten hit by pitch, a walk, and 2 runs. That is an odd set of things that he's gotten. I guess it's his, teammates that are doing well, bringing him in. 1 million viewers, so all in 5 in Liverpool. Every time you won the Champions League, your audience got 10% bigger. Oof. Like, I feel like at that point, I would love to know the population of England. I'm sure, I know London's a big-ass city, but I can only imagine, like, there's just blackouts all over England. Like, hey, listen, we have a 1 million seat stadium, so we're not airing this on TV here. You're going to have to come down to the building because we got some seats to fill. We built this goddamn tower, and by God, people are going to sit in it. I wonder how much how much would the tickets cost for, like, front row on the bottom as compared to, like, up top, where you're literally just watching, like, 9 floors down. You have to watch on like a big screen. Hey, go dummy. NXT TakeOver, huge stadium. Yeah, after winning it 40 times, Jesus. Liverpool has a 470K pot. So it's literally, you're talking everyone in town and then just from the surrounding areas. I was like, I know London's big. I don't know how big Liverpool is. But yeah, 470K. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's more than there is in the entire state of Iowa. That's bigger than, that'd make it a pretty damn big city here. I'm trying to remember how many people are probably in, like, Kansas City or St. Louis. Now that I'm on that. Like, the only place I could possibly see them, like, putting a stadium, anything like that, I could see them do it in New York City. Just, like, take Madison Square Garden and then just make it 20 times up. That's the new like Freedom Tower. That's the Freedom Tower right there. is just there you go. That's where the Knicks would play. It's the new Freedom Tower. Become a new worldwide landmark. It would look like that. It would look like that EU Parliament Tower that I saw. I remember seeing a video of it with some of the EU stuff recently, like the Parliament Tower. Like it looks like an evil. It looks like an evil corporation building. It looks like a supervillain resides there. It looks like just a giant circular tower. It is evil. I'm like, it does. It's just one of those things where I'm just looking at it going, this just looks like an evil villain's tower. Yeah, it's as big as the Empire State Building. I would love to see something that's just Madison Square Garden, but as tall as the Empire State Building. There you go. Yeah, that whole thing. Yeah, I've been reading up on that Article 13 thing. Fucking rip Europe, man. You guys are gonna get thrown in jail for memes. Or fucking copyright strike for memes. New Japan and ROH conquer the MSG. That'll be dope, man. Oh, what did they announce? Oh, they announced man, I feel like I'm gonna have to try to take the day off. I gotta remind myself sometime in the coming months. Oh, damn it. I gotta remind myself sometime in the coming months because Iowa Wild have done something fantastic. So I think I mentioned before, I don't think it was last year. It might have been last year back in March. because they do a concert series around St. Patrick's Day every year. And they had, what was it, like Gaelic Storm? And a lot of people were like, who's Gaelic Storm? And I get it. You know, I didn't know who the hell they were either. I was like, well, they seem like an Irish band, so okay. But yeah, I think it's like February, sometime in February, they're doing their concert series again, and they're actually bringing the Dropkick Murphys. And like my buddy and I just like looked at each other and we're like, all right, we got to get tickets to that. Is that on a day where we have one of our season tickets? He's like, no, it's on like a Friday. I'm like, shit. All right, well, we're getting tickets to that. Yeah, the copyright strike on YouTube for showing the WWE 2K19 trailer. Imagine Dragons, yeah. Yeah, YouTube's really dumb with that. That's why like when people ask about my playlists, like I'm willing to like talk about it cuz it's like, yo, my playlists are some weird shit cuz it's been like thoroughly researched music that isn't really a copyright, like it's from bands that don't copyright strike people. So like even if they see what type of, like even if they identify the songs, like it's not going to get you struck. They have like a special section in YouTube to check out the music policies. Yeah, I get that. You didn't want them to monetize that. Please get out of the... Oh, why? Yeah. If it's not Tony Storm, you're not interested. Maybe James Storm. I heard James Storm is a bit of a dick. I remember hearing something about that recently. I think it was like after his like MLW thing. Like he did some stuff with MLW and he's already gone. And there were people just like, yeah, no, James Storm's kind of a dick. And then like just stories started popping out once in a while where they're just like, eh. 5-hour stream without the trailer. Yeah, I had to do that for one of my WMMA things because I showed a clip from a Ryzen fight and it was claimed by Vice. And I'm like, Vice doesn't own the promotion. It's a Japanese promotion. Like Vice doesn't own this, but I can't really fight that. So I was like, fuck it. I guess I'm just gonna bite the bullet and do this all and just put something over it. Good. Man, I don't want to do training. They said someone's gonna be here. I'm like, oh yeah, cool. And it's like, no, I don't want to do stupid fielding training. I always suck at these. I'm just gonna. That's probably why I'm not as good as I could be. I mean, Storm's like 40, so I don't blame him. He's getting old at this point. I feel like turning this up a little bit. There you go. Turn that slider up just a little bit. Oh, God. Hey, you know what? Fuck it. I'll keep it at that. You get him in TW, he's in instant physical decline. That makes sense. Can't think of a lot of like fantastic James Storm matches in the last like 5 years. I think the last like James Storm match I'd be like, man, that was awesome, was I think that I think it was 2012. It was that big like street fight with him and Rude. I think might have been. I think it was like either Slammiversary or Bound for Glory. I think it was Bound for Glory. I know it included like King Mo for whatever reason. Beer Money versus Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah, the best of 7 with Beer Money Motor City. Yeah. Hey. The Paw Sox, aka the future Woo Sox, because they're moving to Worcester. Yeah, I heard about that. So it's something like $80 million for a stadium you probably don't need. Yeah, I remember seeing something about moving to Worcester and having a brand new stadium that's probably not going to be good for them. And we'll see. I wonder if that'll reflect in the next few years. The Paw Sox are just like, hey man, we didn't spend no $80 million on a new stadium so that you could give us some generic bullshit. You're gonna give us something nice. See what we got here. Nope. Ric Flair will probably be alive then, and he used to throw the first pitch while wooing. They're actually going to be called, they're still going to be called the Paw Sox, right? They're not actually going to be the Woo Sox. That's just a joke, right? I would hate to think that that isn't. Hate to sit there and think like, oh man, the Worcester Woo Sox. I mean, to be fair, I guess it kind of works. I swear. You think they're going to be that? I mean, the Pawtucket Paw Sox, the Worcester Woo Sox. I like the idea is if they start off with like a different shade of red. That's how they should do it. So it's like the AAA team could be like the Magenta Sox. The AA could be like, I don't know, the Maroon Sox. I think they're somewhat different. And the AA, like the single A could just be straight up like the Purple Sox. So you get more and more red as you move up the rankings of the Red Sox organization. That's how you would do it. Yeah, that's right. Worcester. That's like Worcester. You know, I've heard it enough times. Yeah, it's like Worcester. At least if they wanted to do that, the Worcester, the Worcester, like you can call them like the War Sox. At least that kind of has a set. Like even if you named it the WOR Sox, like the Worcester War Sox, the War Sox at least sounds kind of cool. I mean, it's not whatever the hell. God, I can't remember the AAA team that recently changed their name in this game. Isn't there someone like the Baby Kings or something like that? I forget exactly what it is, but there's like the Baby Kings. The War Sox would at least sound kind of cool. Cool. I mean, I think at least someone who like heard it would make me think like WAR war instead of WOR war. So that's what might make it sound at least a little bit nicer. You know, since people want to be weird in Massachusetts with how they pronounce their cities. Team called the Jumbo Shrimp that changed. Yeah, I remember the Jumbo Shrimp. I think they might still be in this. Or maybe they did change their name. I do remember the Jumbo Shrimp though. There we go. They're still there. I mean, if they're playing for the Marlins organization, they might as well just go full bore and just name themselves the Jeters. the future MLB stars, not for Miami, but for some other team who's gonna actually do well. Miami feels like the Orlando Magic of baseball, where they can produce some decent people, but then they just kind of end up getting rid of them to stay down in the basement. The Jeters, yeah. God damn it. Yeah. 3 or 5 ain't bad though. That's pretty good.
Rode that until the AAA baseball for you now on the show as we present coverage from the
the Red Sox, the Pawtucket Red Sox. Oh, they're not the Paw Sox. Let me think they were called. Maybe they were called the Paw Sox, and then they became just the Red Sox. Gomes. Is that the difference between the S at the end and a Z at the end? Is the difference between Gomes and Gomez? Unless he just wants to be... He wants to sound less Hispanic. So he's like, Mr. Gomez? No, it's Gomes. It's like the people who have like weird sounding names, but they want to make it... Like they have like normal people names, but they want to make it sound weird. Because it's just to be special. Paw Sox is like a nickname rally for them. 10 years Jeter sells the team to A-Rod just so Jeter can own the Yankees. I wouldn't doubt it. I was surprised to hear Derek Jeter having a stake in the Miami Marlins. Like, really? I heard nothing but like terrible things about their finances, and then Derek Jeter buys in. It's like you'd think out of any team he'd find a way to like get himself involved with the Yankees. How big of a kick in the pants would it be though if he did something with the Red Sox? That's A-Rod's thing right there. That's what A-Rod will do. He's like, I'm gonna own a piece of a team too, the Boston Red Sox. Feels like that would be a very A-Rod thing to do. A lot of rich people in Miami. Good point. Team is like 200 people show up to their games. Yeah, dude. I've been looking at like I think there's more people in the stands for these AAA games than there are for like actual MLB games. I see enough of that stuff. I see enough of the oh god damn it, another double play. Damn it. Man. But yeah, I've seen enough videos of like that, and then also looking at like tickets. I've seen tickets for like Minnesota Twins games. I was always kind of curious just to see what like Minnesota Twins games are going for. I could get some like there was one just random game, right, where it was like Twins. It was the Twins hosting like the Indians. Maybe it was the Rangers, and for like I think $7, I could have gotten like in the front section off of like right field. Like you're just like right there, just behind the wall in right field. I'm like, Jesus, this is where we're at. Oh, damn it. Just at least get something.
First in time, but the safety squeeze there gets him a run.
Yeah, I wasn't going to be able to run him down with that.
Stepping in, Big Daddy Dirtbag.
They raise average to I've heard that too. They can't really seem to get hardly anybody in there. Can I get a solid hit, please? I'm begging you.
Stepping into the box, Big Daddy Dirtbag.
Everything is everything's probably TV money. Yeah, when like I'm starting to think that like if you go to a baseball game, you could probably get a beer more expensive than a ticket. Imagining parking's not too bad either. Makes me want to go just so I can. Oh my God, what is with that? What is with the curve on that ball? What is going on? Why can't I hit for shit anymore? I was doing so well, and I keep hitting these, what I'm thinking are solid hits, and then it's just, nah. It's amazing to me how out of date this game already feels. This game came out 6 months ago. People are dabbing, and my first thought is, nah, like people are dabbing. The new thing is flossing, of course. These out of touch game developers can't. I'd love to see a patch that literally is just like, we're keeping up with trend. Like, I want to see a patch note that's literally change dabbing to flossing. Durability, I guess. Oh man, this is hard. You know what? I might go up a couple points in the power game. I really need to do something though about my hitting. Been to a ball game at Fenway Park. A Fenway Frank is legit $10. Damn. On the prestigious cruiserweight title, dabbing. Oh man. Yeah, I did pay, what was it, $14, which I guess ain't too bad for a chicken strip basket with fries and then a large souvenir soda. Souvenir in the fact that it's like a 32-ounce cup, and then you can go back and have it refilled for like $2. My dad had the same cup during our Barnstormers season tickets. Like every game for the Barnstormers this season, we had pretty much the same cup.
Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Oof. Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary
Warm.
adjustments at the plate.
Warm.
Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. Keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not
But yeah, I went to like an Oklahoma City Thunder game, and it wasn't too bad with the prices, I guess. At least the hot dogs that they had were like the overpriced hot dogs they had for like $10 were like really. Yeah. There we go. Like they were at least like loaded up with stuff.
They've had a difficult time scoring and winning any game, so to strike early, that RBI single right there is awfully big.
Yeah, and hopefully the pitcher's able to breathe a sigh of relief, Dan, like you say all the time. Give me some early runs and let me relax and attack the zone.
I've always said, D-Roll, you score me 6 runs, I'm going to win a lot of games.
With a moment now, let's have a look
My
at
throat
the
isn't as bad as it was yesterday, but I'm still trying to kind of get over it. It's not too bad though.
But somebody's going to have to create a spark. Hopefully it's with the first 2 guys in the batting order.
Hey, it's been a little while since I've crossed the plate. I'm going to pat the top of my helmet. No. All right, cool.
So digging in now.
Shows up in the junior tournament in New
He'll look to
Japan.
bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
I don't know if New Japan will use him.
Here comes the
I don't know.
0-1.
He might go back to Dragon Gate. Who knows? Or he might go to China with Chima. Considering I'm assuming Chima was probably one of the main guys that brought him in. So maybe he'll just be like, yeah, I'm going to go back. Like, he'll consider, like, maybe going to Dragon Gate, and they're just like, yo, we got these, like, young Chinese dudes that are, like, acrobats who want you to be a part of this. Dayquil is a hell of a drug. I ran out. I feel all right, but it'd be nice if I had some Dayquil. You better be running to third. Thank you. Dragon Gate audience too small for him now. I mean, it really depends if no, Dragon Gate audience is actually pretty damn big. Like, I mean, they draw bigger numbers than like Ring of Honor does. Like, they do some like studio television shows that only have a few hundred people, but like a lot of their events take place at Karakwin, which is, 2,200, and then some of their big bevents are in like, I'd say it's probably 10,000 seats. It's got to be like big, decently big buildings. They don't really do that much worse than New Japan, honestly. They just do, I think, a lot like more small shows. Damn. Yeah, Neville and LIJ would be pretty cool though. You can kind of build off of like his shunned, like the idea that he's been shunned for his abilities or whatnot, because that's like the whole bit of like LIJ is that they're basically like the land of misfit toys coming together as a stable. And so he's a very talented misfit toy that was sort of like not forgotten about, but mistreated.
No one left on base.
I wonder if Pac at this point would actually like put up with Teddy Hart. Just being full Teddy Hart. He's still going to try anyway. Two for two. Oh, man, that dropped a lot farther than I thought it would. Yeah, that left fielder was working on a prayer there. Ah, well, I had to wait for something pretty close to the middle. All right, yeah, I could probably stand to make sure this thing gets in play and get somewhere decent. There you go. That was a good place to put it. I mean, I didn't drive home a run, but I got a guy in scoring position. Now it's someone else's turn to screw things up. Damn, all right. Wow. Cool, guys. Thanks. It's been awesome. It's too bad we didn't play the Durham Bulls that much. I'd love to just throw out some random quotes. Ask where Kevin Costner is. Call the umpire a cocksucker. Jake Payne's been thrown out of the game. Quite frankly, folks, he used some words that is a big no-no with umpires. Jake must have called the guy a cocksucker. Damn it. Come on. Make something happen. Yeah, I'm really glad that, because there was a lot of speculation about Pentagon and Phoenix possibly joining, and I was like, no. It just wouldn't feel right to see Pentagon or Phoenix in a WWE ring. It just wouldn't feel right. Massive jug of Tide laundry detergent, only $9.97. I actually just bought Tide detergent, or not Tide actually. I bought Arm & Hammer. That's a pro-life tip for anyone who actually goes shopping for like their own laundry shit. Buy Arm & Hammer. It's actually pretty good, and it's like half the price of Tide. I went to Walmart, and oh, shit balls. Oh, god damn it. I fucked up. He just stood there, and I'm like, what happened? And in the confusion, I just started running. 4 for 5 of those, not too bad. I'll take that. We're up to a 73, so that's good. 205 Live, Firebird and his brother Dark Luchador. Oh my god. Part of the Lucha House party. Oh my god. Can't wait for like Black Hexagon. New Japan, ROH, TNA, and Lucha Underground seem on the same page. Yeah, that's good. It's also good that Impact is like getting their own feet. They're able to kind of do their own thing and do well. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about Impact, and I think I'm starting to actually like check out Impact about as much as I'm checking out like YouTube highlights as much as I'm checking out WWE highlights. I'll see like a WWE highlight thing and I'm like, eh. But then I'll kind of do the same thing with Impact where it's like, not too bad. Yeah, both them and MLW. I haven't really heard much about MLW, but it seemed pretty cool. 1v1. Like on this game, because I'm mostly just doing Road to the Show, and I probably only got about half an hour of that left before I go do something else. That, and I'm really not good at this game. I'm far from fantastic at this game. Low-Key is the world champion. Yeah, there's that thing. I think that's one of the things where I heard like Low-Key was the MLW champion. I was like, eh. Everything can't be perfect. Yeah, dude, like trying to watch like a fucking I can't imagine sitting and watching a 3-hour show at this point anymore. I know a dude, and I'm not gonna like name names because I think he still does his podcast. But the dude had been doing I actually did a podcast like way back when. It was probably like a good 2 hours a week on NXT. And this was in like the days when they first went to Full Sail. So we were talking about like, oh yes, NXT champion Seth Rollins, and we were making fun of like Corey Graves and his shtick, and Bo Dallas and Biggie Langston and fucking Leo Kruger and all that shit. And there was a dude, he did a podcast about the weekly wrestling shit. And he goes through it, and he does like a 3-hour podcast every week. And he'd been doing it for like 7-8 years before we started our stuff. So now he's probably been doing it at least 10 years now. At least, maybe closer to like 12. I can't remember how many episodes he is in, but I mean, he runs down the week in wrestling and then talks about it, and he's not really exceptionally charismatic or interesting, as noted by the fact that if I think I go look, he's probably got like maybe 120 downloads per like thing. And I mean, like, that's cool, But you'd think after like 12 years, you'd have a slightly bigger audience. I want to see now. I wonder if it even comes up. Oh my god. Of course it doesn't. Doesn't even come up on a Google search. It just looks insane. Here we go. Let me look, because I think he's still doing shit on Podbean. Yep, his latest one got 48 downloads. Of course, that was a couple days ago, so maybe we'll go through, like... All right, last week. 88 downloads. Jesus Christ. Really? Oh, my God. How long is that? How long is that pot? 2.5 hours. I think he still runs down the week in wrestling. And he takes himself so seriously, and it's just like, dude, fucking... Can you imagine having the sort of life? Like, I'm not gonna like make fun of anybody who's like, obviously, who am I to make fun of someone who watches a lot of wrestling? But can you imagine watching 3 hours of Raw, 2 hours of SmackDown, that's 5 hours, 2 hours of Impact, we're at 7, and he probably added NXT at some point, so that's 8. And that's on a normal week. We're not talking a pay-per-view week, because that's easily 3+ hours. So you're talking at least 8 hours a week, upwards of 11 or 12 hours a week of professional wrestling that you are watching, so that you can talk about it in front of 88 people. And you're watching 11 hours a week of like, you watch anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a week of wrestling, and then do a 2.5 hour podcast on it for 88 people to listen to, and then do that for 12 years. Christ. I just couldn't imagine that. Probably everyone watching his stuff watches those 8 hours and then 3 hours of him for self-confirmation. Probably. Like, he was, like, pretty important when I was, like... I mean, okay, amongst our small group of people, he was kind of important, because it was like a whole little wrestling podcast network. So there was, like, 3 different podcasts that ran down... that ran down the week in wrestling. 3! And yeah, eventually, like, at least 2 of them just got sick of it. They're just like, you know what? Fuck this. We're done. We're doing something else. And God bless at least one of them, because they went on to go do something else now, and they're making bank on Patreon with the podcast they do. The other guys, you know, I think they just decide to live, you know, their normal lives, and that does well. Get people to do it on Patreon. Yeah, I mean, but he doesn't have a Patreon. I mean, the dude who's been doing it for like 12 years. Ugh. Yeah, you'd want more than 88 people to watch it, much less download. I don't even think he's got like any sort of like iTunes RSS feed or Spotify RSS feed. Like, I think you still have to physically go to Podbean and download it. That might be a why. Like, at this point, you might as well just put it on YouTube or something as an audio format. Yeah, like, you can totally, like, that's what I like to do when I'm streaming. Like, that's the cool thing about streaming, is it's just like, I got all this time to fill. I can talk about life, talk about shit that's going on, and hey, talk about wrestling. And guess what? I don't have to stick to a format of, like, talking about something from the 7 hours of WWE and then running down, like, what happened on the show. Like, I feel like in the early days, I feel like 6 or 7 years ago, it was fine to kind of do that, but now we're at a point where it's like you should probably, like, get that shit going. Like, I feel like it'd be much more popular if you could find a way to do, like, if you can find a way to edit clips and literally be like, all right, like, Monday Night Raw in 60 seconds, like, and then make a YouTube series out of it, you'd probably do pretty well. I don't know how that would do with copyright and whatnot, unless you kind of mocked it. Yeah, I mean that I can't imagine that. Physically sick wrestling hipster you watch pretty much early to mid 90s WCW. Yeah. Like we had a lot of like it was interesting because like I at least when I was doing my podcast it was on something that like people at the time weren't watching. Like who watched show of hands of who watched NXT in 2012 when it was like cuz the only way you could physically watch NXT at that time is if you had a Hulu Plus subscription or you figured out how like the places you could go to download it for free. That was really where it came from. That was the only times I actually had a Hulu. That was the only time I've ever had a Hulu Plus subscription. And I got rid of that after they started doing the old horse shit of like, yo, it's like $8 a month for Hulu Plus. And I'm like, that's great. And then they added in the idea of like, no, now Hulu itself is just $8 a month. And if you don't want ads when you were paying $8 a month, now you have to pay like 15. Like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to find other ways to get it. Yeah, 1,000 other people doing on YouTube. Some are former professional wrestlers. Yeah, that's the that's my roommate was talking to me about that. He was like, "Dude, we need to do a podcast." I'm like, "On what?" He's like, "Wrestling." I'm like, "Do you know how many wrestlers in the business do that? Like, do you know how many podcasts there are that happen just during All In Weekend?" that talk about wrestling from people actually in the business. He's like, yeah, but how many of them are as like entertaining as us? I'm like, probably quite a few of them. I mean, I don't want to burst either one of our bubbles here, but I mean, we could be pretty entertaining, but you know, what if there's probably a lot of people who wouldn't think we're that entertaining. He's like, yeah, but we could have some local wrestlers. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of other places that do that. And well-known ones. He's like, yeah, but that's not like the, you know, they don't get the idea of like the local ideas of it. And I'm like, yeah, but they got major podcasts that already do that talk to at least like semi-known people. And then you can talk about like stuff that happens on the road. It's not that it's, you know, I'm not trying to spoil your day here, but there's so many other people doing that. A podcast based on the Indoor Football League, maybe. I heard they've started like there's a couple that have started during Puro stuff, but honestly, like that would be the thing. It's like I think the last like untouched thing if you start just like doing Joshi stuff. I wouldn't mind doing that. He doesn't watch it though, and he's definitely I'm pretty sure he's not interested in it. I don't think I'd be opposed to like some sort of like Joshi podcast where you're running down stuff that happened in fucking Stardom and Tokyo Joshi Pro and Sendai Girls and Ice Ribbon and, you know, all these other different little promotions going around. Yeah. Yeah, oh god, the dabbing. Mm. I don't know if you can mark this as a podcast. You're pretty sure you've seen someone do it. Oh yeah, I mean, old school stuff is pretty much like OSW review. Any old school stuff. I think there's like the Attitude Era podcast or whatnot. I remember when OSW review was like first coming up. That's actually one of the things they probably don't they probably don't remember like at all. But like when they were first kind of like doing their whole thing back in like 2012, 2013, they were actually on our podcast network. So there's probably like early stuff that might talk about it. I don't know. But yeah, like they were basically what happened is they got really big and then they're just like, hey, we don't need you guys anymore. And, you know, we don't really interact with one another anyway. So we're just going to go. But yeah, it was like 2013 when that happened. I think. Yeah. Somewhere around there. Oh, not Puro, Dragon Gate, Lucha Libre Jr., different stuff. Yeah. I could totally do some Dragon Gate stuff. spend like $15 a month on getting like all their little weekly shows and stuff too. Yeah, if there's an audience for Joshi. I mean, there might be a bigger audience for Joshi after like Kyrie and Io signing. You know, might have started with like Asuka's signing. It's like, maybe I should try to find blah blah blah, and then Kyrie signing, and they're like, oh okay, yeah, I don't know much about this, and then Io signing might have created some more people. Now, you know, there might be a lot of people now who'd be like, oh, I wonder where some of these people came from. Major ties to the Fight Network and review away. Go over old Michinoku Pro stuff. That'd be fantastic. Just old school shit. just OSW review, but for Japanese wrestling. Like, all right, tonight is AJW, the big no rope barbed wire match. Aja Kong in the main event. Aren't too many talk about New Japan either, except for Meltzer. Yeah, I'd like to see if there are a lot of people, because yeah, it does seem like a lot of it's probably you know, a lot of the major guys. I don't know. I feel like I'd be having to watch a little bit more, like watching a little bit more New Japan with that. Then, I mean, that probably wouldn't be too bad. What bar is Bull Nakano? Every one of them is just, what bar is Megumi Kudo? Well, she's a salted nut roll. Why? Because she's covered in red after being put through barbed wire, exploding barbed wire, and she's nuts. Talk about a Kenny match, ignore the much better. Yeah. Not enough love for... Well, I think Ishii's getting some love, but, yeah. No one feels like talking about... Like, you would almost... It would almost be amazing. You'd think that Kushida doesn't even exist in some of these people's minds. Like, for how great Kushida is, and how he should probably move into the heavyweight scene. Like, I don't ever hear people be like, you know who's really cool? Kushida. His matches were amazing. No, that never really happens. Hey. Must have Fab saw these V trigger spam matches. I'm trying to remember, when did I start? I think I started watching New Japan I think somewhere around the fall before Wrestle Kingdom 9, because I remember watching Wrestle Kingdom 9 very vividly. And I think that was definitely my first Wrestle Kingdom, and then I think I got in probably around the Destruction shows leading up to it. I think that's about where I came in, because Naito was still Stardust Genius at that point for a little bit at least. And then I just remember I remember not even thinking about like him, and then he just randomly reappeared in a skull mask and a suit, and I'm like, oh shit, that's right, Naito's been gone. Yeah, casuals, none of the marks got what they wanted in wrestling. Still find a way to complain about guys like AJ and Balor. Yeah, maybe that's why I like Dragon Gate. It hasn't been sullied by people who are. I guess I don't want to sound all gatekeepy, because I feel like that sounds very gatekeepy when I insinuate that New Japan's been sullied by casuals. Loosely, you're still a part of the streamer network. Yeah, I think just because I'm subbed to them and they've hosted me a few times, I think that's about it as far as like streamer network community. This is like I remember back they used to have like the B team. Maybe I could be like part of the unofficial C team. Like I'm the Latino World Order of their NWO. Just an offshoot that they don't even bother mentioning. Because I'm just someone who watches them. Yeah, it's killed me that Ishii is like gone so long without a title match. It's killed me. Where it's just like I had to think about that. I'm like, Jesus, when was the last time Ishii actually had a title match? Because he deserves something. He deserves to show himself off. Just trying to take his head off. Don't worry about it. Romeo Santos. Six-man title at Wrestle Kingdom. Oh my god. Dude. I don't even know why they added the six-man title in. The six-man title is just the dumbest thing. Like they don't even need like I don't even think they need two separate like tag belts anymore because there's just not enough junior heavyweights around. There's not enough junior heavyweights and there's not really enough heavyweights. Hey, but yeah, they still have the two separate titles and the six-man title. And that doesn't even go into the different secondary titles they have. I guess I don't mind that they're kind of doing something with the United States title. But like I thought about it and I was like, well, that Intercontinental title has just been not around for a while now. And then that doesn't even get into the never open. I don't even know who the never open weight is. Like I don't know if Goto's lost to anybody. That's how long ago it was. I'm sitting there thinking, is like Goto lost to somebody, right? It's been like 8 months, 9 months now. There had to have been someone that he lost the belt to that I just don't remember. Goto's never. Goto's still never. Oh yeah, that's right. He did lose it to like Big Mike, didn't he? He lost it to Elgin, I think, at some point, and then got it back recently, didn't he? That's what I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure Elgin won the belt and then Goto won it back. Oh, Taichi? Oh shit. Spoilers? Fucking Taichi. Yeah, Elgin won it. Elgin won it Dominion, and then like 8 days later, Goto won it, and now Taichi's the champion as of 2 days ago. Well, I guess good for him. All right, I'm gonna. There you go, right down the middle, and pop up, please. Just go over. Just go over. Thank you. Christ. Hardcore title in the year 2000. I almost feel like it is New Japan's version of the hardcore title. Just without the weapons, usually. Just instead of weapons, it's just fists. Why are you getting all... oh my god, what are you doing? You know how shit your batting average has been the last like 10 games? You're sitting here rolling around like you should be celebrating a single. What is my batting average at? It's a 340. Okay, I mean it's not terrible, but this series of games, this stream has not been the greatest. But I guess you can celebrate it because why not? Coach looks high as a kite, probably. I don't know. Judging from what I've seen from like independent baseball leagues, I wouldn't doubt it. Damn. Strong title, but Tai Chi. Yeah, let's see. Ah, damn it. That was a dumb idea for me. Ah. I guess I would want at least one of the tag titles to go away. Like I don't mind a general tag title and a general 6-man. Like if you made open weight tag titles instead of heavyweight and junior heavyweight, I'd be more in favor of that. Like, hey, have the junior heavyweight tag champs face the heavyweight tag champs, make open weight tag champs, and I think that'll be fine. If you still want juniors, you can have like the singles. But at this point, I don't really know if there's enough junior tags to make it worthwhile. I was swinging at garbage there at the end. That was not the greatest of deals there. 2 for 5 still ain't bad. That's still 400. Yeah, could be playing for peanuts. Hey. I think I remember looking at the DVD was like, it was kind of pricey. I still kind of want it though. Oh shit. There you go. It actually kind of surprises me just how many independent baseball leagues there actually are. Like up in Sioux City in Iowa here, there's a team called like the Explorers. And yeah, it's like independent league baseball. And there's independent league basketball. I found like full games on YouTube from these teams you've never fucking heard of before. Like I could name teams and you'd just be like, the fuck? And then like I watch their YouTube videos and there's like 12 people in the audience watching this. It's Tommy Doris, their mascot. I so wish. Okay. We'll stay right there. Yeah, bringing in some luchadors would help. Or at least like get more juniors in there. But then like the juniors are going to be felt like, oh man, you know, they're not as good as the heavyweights and they only get so much. Sig break, cool. Yeah, you got the CMLL thing. You got a litany of luchadors. Ah, damn it. I thought maybe, just maybe. Lawrence Ponson. If that's not the most like posh name I've ever heard in my life, I don't know what is. Oh, watch him miss it anyway. That's what tends to happen. Hey. Doing okay, at least. 1 for 1. I should probably consider it good at the end of. I don't know how long. I don't know how many games I've played against the Bats, but I should probably call it after this series. Right to them. Great job, guys. Oh man, 339. I mean, I'm still doing good. It's just this team is definitely not going to the playoffs. I'm definitely not getting playoff time this year. Maybe in like a year or two, you can move some of the other guys around. We can not do so awful. It'll be great. My batting will be worth something, you know. Baseball is the best sport. I love what traditionally small leagues and independent teams have a history. Sad that current generation no longer follows it. Yeah. Which is weird because you'd think like you could. Like it'd be very easy to. You just got to kind of prep it on social media a little bit. In the age of like YouTube and Twitch, there should be some like independent leagues out there that people might actually kind of pay attention to. I think you just need to like kind of get it out there. Like if the big three and the Drew League and all that kind of like gain some notoriety, you just got to have the right, like, kind of have the great like marketing behind it. George Ponzi changed his name after he went undercover to escape the family scheme. Yeah, it was just kind of sad because I was watching these guys play like semi-pro basketball. They didn't seem too bad. But these guys just playing like they're in like an independent basketball league, and they're like 5-time champions. They're like dominant in this league. This team is, and like they're just playing in high school gyms basically. I'm like, not even like new ones either, but like the ones that still have like a theater at one end. Like that's what I consider like an old gym. Like gyms these days generally have walls like on all sides. Like old gyms are the ones that still have like the theater thing at one end because it's still basically a multi-purpose room. The gym's not separate from it. It's like, oh, you do like plays and graduations and everything else right here as well. Hey, I guess that's it. 2 for 4 is not bad though. Yeah, it's the one that was on Iowa State's football team. Corky. Contact isn't great, but, you know, we're getting there. 23 games back, guys. How are we not dead last? How is there a team that's actually worse than us? How does that happen? No, we're only like 10th in the wild card race. Only about 21 games back. Still have a chance, I guess. It also sucks that I'm in the international league. I wouldn't mind being in the Pacific Coast League because I actually know most of the teams there. Like obviously the Iowa Cubs, you know, the Sky Sox, Storm Chasers. I think they were. Is that New Orleans or is that Omaha? I think that's Omaha. Can't remember now. Yeah, the Albuquerque Isotopes. Las Vegas 51s. Like I at least know some of these teams. Baby Cakes, that's what it was. Not Baby Kings. Baby Cakes. It was even stupider than I thought it was. The fucking Baby Cakes. Why? Doesn't the PCL have traditionally terrible batting averages? Well, then I would actually not get snubbed from the All-Star team then. That'd be great. I wouldn't get snubbed like I did this year. I don't know how. At least I haven't gotten injured yet. Knock on wood. Because, yeah, I'm in August now. Oh, we're almost done. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got 10 games left. I'll probably get that done by next stream. It's only 10 games. How many did we get through? We started up here, I think. Yeah, because we were at Colorado, so we went through like at least a good 20 games, I think. Because there's 19. Yeah, I think we went up through about 20 games. Because I think we stopped after the first Bats one. I do remember playing the Clippers at least for one of these games, and then definitely did these. So yeah, pretty good. It looks like we'll be able to finish this season. I'm not so well, I guess I should look real quick just to see the player comparisons. Well, actually, we're a 73 plus the 9. So who knows? Maybe, you know what? I'm really hopeful that they don't like sign some like big star third baseman, because it looks like I could do better than him. It looks like I can do way better than him, and that would be really nice if I could just like kind of jump into his spot, or at least get a chance to take his spot. Yeah, I can't imagine an MLB player that's fucking 70 overall. At least I got a 73 plus that 9, so that's helpful. So maybe I can get a tryout with the MLB. This will be better because, you know, it took me like 4 seasons in my other one. Might be back in AA before long. Wait, what? Jesus. The hell? Toledo, please send Payne back to the bus league so we don't have to be tortured by him. Payne's stock was rising, might be back in AA before long. Jesus, what's my backup position? I think shortstop, because I was originally a shortstop, and then they're like, you should move to third base, and I'm like, I guess I'll move to third base. Why not? Really? It's not like I'm doing that bad. Yeah, Santos is there. Yeah, they got that. Oh no, that's second base. Oh yeah, they still got that position filled quite well already. Yeah, so my hope is that maybe they don't sign like a big third base guy. I'll be moving on to something else on the stream, but if you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate your continued viewing and support. And I will see you next time.